In this activity, you will be creating your own poster frame as if you were a YouTube guru on Photoshop. So a poster frame is basically the title that you use for your video tutorials. So you're going to find an image of your own that you like and that you would like to use as a background, and then you're going to create your own text. So I'm going to do one for myself that you can watch, and then you can follow those similar steps to create your own. So I'm going to create new, and I'm going to go to film and video, and I'm going to choose 1920 by 1080. So that's normal HD size for YouTube videos. And you'll see that it puts in your title safe and action safe guides to help you. And then I'm going to put an image in the background. So I'm just going to go File, Place Embedded, and I'm going to choose an image. I'm not even sure which one I want to use yet. Let's go to here. Let's just choose one of these. Okay, maybe that one. Okay, and then I just want to scale it up so that it fits in there. Okay, I'm going to hide the guides at the moment, so Command or Control H. And now I'm going to create some text for myself. So I'm going to call myself a Photoshop Ninja. Okay. You can decide what you want to call yourself. You can say Photoshop Guru or Expert or whatever. So I'm just going to type Mike and then Photoshop Ninja. And I'm going to go with a bold font. You can choose your own font. It's completely up to you. You can be as creative as you want to. I'm going to take this up, make that quite big, and let me just adjust the leading as well. So the text has got a little bit of a gap there. Okay, and then I'm just going to size this up and position it there. Okay, so that's the text and the basics done. Now we need to look at applying effects to build up a layer style. So here you can go crazy. You can let your creative juices flow, because really there's no limit to how this works. So I'm going to select the text layer. I'm going to go to Effects. And I can choose whatever I want to start with, but I'm just going to go to blending options to begin with. And I'm going to see what there is there. So the first thing I want is a stroke. So I'm going to select the word stroke to gain access to that. And I'll set my color. I'll actually pick up one of these lighter colors, orangey colors. And I'll set the size to 6. Actually, let's go down to 4. And I'll put it on the center of the edge of that text. Then I want to add another stroke, so I'm going to press plus, and I'm going to go to the stroke below, change that one to yellow, and let's just make that one bigger, and let's put that on the outside. Okay, I think the orange and the yellow are not really reading together, so let me change that yellow to a blue. I think that's better. And then go to the original stroke. Let me just take that up a little bit. And I'm also going to put that on the outside. So I'm just experimenting as I go. Let's make the blue a little bit wider. Okay, so now I want to do something with the fill. So I'm going to, you can see that it's building up the effects here. So I'm going to just double click on effects to go back in there. And I'm going to put in a gradient overlay, and let me just edit the gradient to fit what I want. So I'm going to start by picking some colors from my scene here. So I'm going to each color stop, and I'm picking up colors from this photo. Okay, and I think the ones above here will work quite well. So let me just adjust these so that it's kind of got more of a metallic feel. Let's bring that closer. Actually, no, they can go further away. And let me put in a lighter color here. Let's try. Okay, that's better. And move that up. Okay, so I'm just really experimenting as I go. Let's see. Let's try that color. Okay. Alright, so I can play around for hours with this, but that's about right. And then let's just change the scale a bit. Okay. Next I want to add a drop shadow, so down here, drop shadow, let's change the distance and the angle of the lighting. Okay, I'm going to push that distance out a bit more. And let me change the blending mode to multiply and the opacity to 100. And I also just want to increase the size of that. So it's a bit more blurred. I think that the opacity is a bit strong here, so I'll bring that down a bit. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. So once I've got my effects applied, all of these effects together make up what's called a layer style. So I'm going to save that as a new style. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to say Mike's poster frame text style. And I'll include blending modes and all of that stuff and say OK and OK. So you'll see it goes to my Creative Cloud libraries, it adds it in there. And also if I go to my layer styles, where is it? Styles is here somewhere, there it is. Normal styles, there it is, saved there as well. Okay, so I just want to do one more thing here. So when I want to now do some deforming, I've got to be careful because with live text and with a layer style, doing deformations can actually result in weirdness. So what I'm actually going to do is rasterize all of this now that it's done, because I've got that layer style saved anyway. So I'm going to right click and say rasterize type, and then right click and say rasterize layer style. So now this is just a layer of pixels. Then I'm going to go edit, transform, perspective, and I'm just going to drag to create a sort of perspective, and then I'm just going to go free transform, okay, I think that perspective needs to be a little bit stronger, so perspective like that, so it's kind of coming at you in the sky. I'm going to press enter, just move that over a bit. And then the last thing I want to do is I want to play around with the blending mode in the effects. So I'm going to go to effects, blending options, and here I can adjust these sliders to get this layer to interact with the photographic layer below. And you'll see that these sliders are actually split. So if I do that, that gives me quite kind of a hard result, because what I want is I want some of those rays from the sun to kind of look like they're coming in front of the text. But that's really a hard result. So if I go there, if I hold down Alt, I can split this slider so that I can soften the results. And now I've got a much softer result, but probably too far. So I'll take that back a bit. And so now what I've got is that effect of the rays coming in front of the text a little bit. Okay, so that's my poster frame for my hypothetical Photoshop YouTube channel. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and see you next time.